So here's an example of the logo monogram assignment. Let's just read it real quick. Each student will create a personal logo that will be included in all future assignments. So if you don't include your logo in future assignments, you get dinged points. So it's important to have this assignment complete. You're going to create, how about if I spell it right? Let's make a correction while we're all here. Create with an E. Create a new document that's 3 inches by 3 inches. That's going to be the starting in Illustrator, and you're going to end up saving it as a PDF. Your logo or monogram must be made from the first letters of your name. So first letter of your first name, first letter of your last name. If you have a middle initial, you can use that. If you have one of those multiple last names, sketch it out and try to create that. You must change letters. If you use a type, if you're typing the letters, you must change the letters slightly. They cannot be left the same that you typed them, right? And I'll show you an example of that. Try to combine them together if possible, connect them, make them related. You're going to start the image out as sketches. So you're going to have to draw these out with a paper and a pencil or a pen. You're going to take a picture of it, and then you're going to decide which one you want. You're going to make a black and white version and then a colored version. So here's some examples of some images. This is FJ. You can see that there's a constant, there's a theme of shields. If you notice, that shield shape is pretty much used a bunch. You can see that this one they focused on F, FJ. The one I want you to kind of pay attention to is this one right here. If you see the FJ, do you notice anything if you're focusing on the letter? What does the negative space create? Can you see the S? So there's some considerations. If you design something well enough, you can actually use the negative space, the absence of the design, to actually kick in some other additional design elements. That's a possibility. But again, you can see that they've kind of kept to that shield design. Here's some traditional monograms. You can see that these are connected by little flourishes and lines. These are the kind of monograms that get embroidered on sheets and towels, etched on plates and glasses, silverware. You can see they actually specifically design them to overlap and wrap around. Here's some traditional typed letters that are simply overlaid and put in position. Okay, that's actually a possibility as long as it's not just straight typed, basic shapes, basic spacing. Here's some additional logos, more graphic, more blocky in nature. You can tell that this one kind of has a house or a building feel, but you see the letter H, and you can see that they added some shapes and design elements, some people, houses, music notes. The question in one of my earlier classes is, hey, I want to make this look like a flame. I said, great, fine, as long as I can see the letter. Okay, so they're incorporating these musical notes of this house, but it's part of the letter. All right, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to create a new document. Command N to create a new document. Just thinking about it. Okay, you're going to start the first document off 3 inches by 3 inches. Make sure that the dimension here is in the inch family. Okay. You're also going to create using the Artboard tool. You'll notice that the Artboard tool, if you have it double stacked like this, is down lower left. It looks like a square with a plus in the top left corner. Okay. I'm going to click and drag and make another artboard right next to it. Make sure it's 3 inches. Okay. And then I'm going to click and drag a third artboard. Okay? So this is I'm going to call this a combination or a multi-page design. What we're going to do is we're going to start with our roughs. Open up Photo Booth. See our smiley happy face.
I love your smiley happy face, Mr. Nasu.
And we're going to take a picture of our rough sketches. Cool?
Yeah, I'm liking this, Mr. Nasu. This is great.
Cheese. Okay. Very, very cheesy. And you'll notice it actually creates that image here to the bottom right. If I right click on it, I'm going to export it. I'm exporting this to my pictures folder, and I'm calling it my logo sketches. I already have a version there, but I'm going to save over the top. I'm going to replace it. And it says, hey, you just replaced it. Congratulations. I can minimize that. I'm going to place it. I go to the File menu. Make sure that you're in Illustrator. File, place, focus up, y'all. I'm going to choose my logo sketches file that I just made. Highlight it, click and drag. Delete. Do it again. Hang on 1 second. Didn't export the way I wanted. Export. Logo sketches #1. That should work. File, place, logo sketches 1. Click and drag. There it is. Okay. I'm going to make sure that I embed it by clicking the button up top, embed. And then I'm going to zoom in on this page here by hitting Command 0. I can lock it. I can turn on another layer, lock this one, and just design right over the top. Okay. If this happens to be the one I want to do, I'm going to try this one right here. Use my pen tool, click and drag, straighten this up, click, click and drag. Okay, this is kind of an example of what I'm going to end up with. It's up to you. You get to decide what it'll end up being like. Simmer down, guys. All right. So there we go. That's going to be my final logo right here. I'm going to change the color to black and white. I'm going to group it. Command G. Now that I've grouped it, I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to hold Option, click and drag it, let it go in here, put it in the center, and I'm going to resize it. All right, so there's my logo that I'm going to create. And then finally, I'm going to make another copy. That's the black and white image. And I'm going to make a colored version by simply making some choices and making a colored version. All right. So when you're done, you will have a document that has 3 pages. One is your rough sketches. The middle one is your black and white version. The third one is your colored version. Okay. Any questions?
No.
All right. I want to make sure that the letters are readable, that it's unique, that it's nothing that somebody could just come along and type. Make some choices. this is what I want you to focus on really is come up with multiple versions. Doesn't take long to come up with multiple versions.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing my design pistol just to see how it works.
Okay. Let me know if you have any questions. Break free.